How's it going, bronies? I am the sadly known as Night Duller, here with another video. This is chapter 2 of Mission Impossible. Paradise City, if you will. Anyway, hope you guys really enjoyed this video, these videos, this chapter, and hopefully I'll be able to continue in the past days because I am actually pretty enjoying this story. I don't know if you guys are. As always, I brought the muffins this time, so you guys can just sit back and enjoy the muffins. And I'll be seeing you guys at the end of the video if I have a chance, because I'll be too busy reading. Anyway, enough of this. Back to the story. There was no sign of the strange orange bear as they made their way back. This is why it's good to check into different rooms, Octavia commented. You either thought you entered through the lobby. I'll walk in there and through the cafe. Sorry, guys. Benny nodded and they split up, heading for the separate entrances inside. On her way upstairs, Octavia considered the strange mare. Anyway, I think I messed it up, but so. She had certainly been following them, but for what purpose? Perhaps she was working for their employer, checking up on them. But the equestrian government had seen no reason to tell them in the past. Besides, she didn't see the reasonable. What could she and Benelli have accomplished after only a few hours in the city? But who else would have known they were coming to San Fernando? There we go. Damn it. The cellist reached her room and opened the door. Glancing around her room, Octavia considerately shut the door behind her and pulled the curtains closed before giving the room a thorough search. Looking under the lamp shade, behind the curtains, under the bed, in the closet, and anywhere else where any recording equipment could have been hidden. Finding nothing, she replied and sat under the bed. I think I'm done. Reaching into her stable bags and retrieving her dossier, flipping it open and pulling out an envelope labeled "For review upon arrival." Ooh, things about to get interesting. Haha. Inside were 2 sheets of paper. One a detailed map to the location to the Harborne Fort, complete with pictures of the warehouse, and the other a bear finding explanation, the scientific of said warehouse. Scientific of said warehouse. Okay. Her eyes quickly scanned the document, key phrases leaping out at her as she read. There was suddenly cultural activity here, a constant movement of goods under the watchful eyes of homies, very watchful eyes. Their mission would be a simple scouting mission, to get a sense of just what was going on here. There was also account info for the local information who claimed to have detail on the Sertil. Damn, your battery never lasts this. Okay. Damn, computer, why you freeze? Okay. Octavia was suddenly aware of the quiet breezing coming from one of her bags. Buzzing coming from one of her bags. She glanced at her luggage, razzling, realizing what was, and opening her realizing what it was and opening her saddlebags to receive a small device that was the source of the buzzing. It was a small and re- re- rectangle with a speaker on the front. I could say it's a rectangle. With a speaker in front of the sharp shaped strap in front of the strap on the back that allowed it wrap around her foreleg like a wristwatch. Computer froze on me, guys. Hold up, I'll be back in a laptop. Okay, guys, I barely finished getting the computers work. Okay, haha. Back to the story. Okay, Drew. She pressed down on the small button on top. Did you look at the information? Just finish reading it. Vanilli's voice came out of the speaker. Should we go scout out the target? Let's wait until evening, Octavia suggested, glancing at the clock in the room. It'll be quieter then. That plus, I would like some time to digest that meal, in case it makes me sick. She murmured in a dark tone. Fair enough. The DJ responds with a chuckle. Ha ha ha. And what about our contact? Let's find her tomorrow. Oh, maybe she was the contact. Maybe. Anyway. After we get a better sense of what's going on. Finished. Octavia pressed the button again to shut off the device before glancing at the cello case she had brought here from Counterlot. She set the three digit code on the lock on the case and opened it. There before her was her cello, still in pristine condition. I didn't read that part, so okay. But more importantly, for the moment, was her bow. Sitting on the holder above the cello. Octavia slid a hoof under her side of the case, popping open a secret compartment, which held a long, thin blade. With her skilled precision, she set the blade within the length of her bow. That is tight. Anyway, smiling as it sharpened snapped into place. She held the sword in her grasp, savoring the feeling of the cord wooden handle and the weight of the blade. Oh, she could handle any sword she wanted to. But given her long-time skill with a musical bow, this sword just felt right. Oh god, my dog is dead. Oh. A harmonic combination of both her words resting within her hooves. Damn you, computer. What the... Anyway. It was nighttime now, and Octavia and Vanilli were crouched atop the apartment building, situated on the slope of the hill overlooking their target. Above them, pinched on top of the hill, was Colt Tower, a white cylindrical structure that stone like beacon in the darkness. Stone like a beacon in the darkness. Lying before them, just a couple of blocks away, was the long series of Perry's and adjustment warehouse that made up the front fort. God damn, I'm seeing things. Anyway. Vanilli tapped the sides of her goggle, which permanently turned dark green and to allow. Oh, that is sad. Turned dark green to allow her to see in the dark. Octavia heard a sudden whirr, 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 WRR. Whirr. Anyway, the addicted with the goggles zoom function was ultralizing. The cellist was once again within dark clothing that observed her features. Her cloth mask and bodysuit were not pure black, but more ebony in color, to blend with the apartment city light after dark. Vanelli, interestingly enough, took the opposite approach to the design. Taking advantage of her natural complexion to make herself as light colored as possible, which came in handy when she was spotted on rooftops that were often painted white. Oh, because she's white. Ha ha ha, pun intended. A simple, terribly disguised spell was all it took to make her cutie mark simply vanish, leaving her flank as white as the rest of her coat. Her mane took a more silvery tone. Oh, okay. Still leaving a hint of blue. She also carried a satchel bag where she stored her most useful inventions. Haha. And hoozles. Oh. Looks pretty easy, the DJ commented as she scanned the warehouse. A few guards posted at the gate, a couple walking around the back. How do you want to tackle this? By water or by land? Let's take this one by land, Octavia answered. There's no need to get wet if it's not even difficult to get in. Vanelli nodded and reached into her saddlebag, pulling out a metal device which opened up into a hook attached to a length of rope. Oh, grappling hook. The cellist took it as she received her musical bow, which had the string replaced and could now serve as a different kind of bow. Oh, so it'd be a bow and arrow. Ha ha ha. I get it, somehow. She took the hook in her mouth and pulled it tight against the string, narrowing her eyes as she examined her target, making note of where the rope would be observed by shadow and where they would best change of appearance without being noticed. After a moment, she let the hook fly and, with a snap, swang of the string of the two mares watched the hook sail into the air with the rope traveling along behind it, falling downhill before stroking the roof of the warehouse and catching hold. Vanelli took the other end of the rope and, using her magic to secure it to the building they were currently standing upon. Each of them then attached a small handle to the rope, grasping onto it as they leaped off the rooftop, racing down to the makeshift zip line. None of the guards noticed as they slid down overhead, landing easily on the warehouse roof. Vanelli watched the hook out, wrench the hook out of the roof and touched her horn against the rope, casting it to come to life and untie itself from the other end before quickly levitating it back to her. The DJ smiled as she wrapped the rope back up and tackled it away from in her saddlebag. The pony who's... Hold up, guys. How's it going, guys? I am sorry to end it shortly, but anyway, I lost track of time reading to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, favorite, whatnot. And I'll be back for more very soon.